Good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. And this morning, how many of you have been in a meeting and at the end of the meeting, it was always, in terms of the deliverables, next steps, next steps. You've never been in a meeting before or not been in a meeting in which, after the meeting, if it was a good meeting and the deliverables have been laid out, next steps. That's what we're talking about on this morning. Next steps. Man, I'm so glad to be with you all on this morning. Got a word, an impartation for you. You all already know. And I bless God. Thank God for all of those of you who were at Bible study on last night. Rainy, but I believe God spoke. I believe God spoke. If it bless you, share it. Share it. Share of the revelation that you got last night or that you got on this past Sunday. And if you're new to New Life, if you're new to Morning Manna, if you're new to Morning Manna, please let us know who you are, where you are, so we can shout you out. We want to just welcome you to the Manna fam. We want to welcome you to the Manna fam. Got a story that I'll come right back and greet some people. I recall I was over in St. Louis and one of the hospitals there visiting a life changer. And somebody, I'm on the hall, I'm on the floor, and across on the other side, you know how typically the hospitals are, two halls, and then there's the nursing station in the middle, so on and so forth. So I'm visiting and I'm doing this, and somebody on the other side of the floor, um, of the clinic, if you will, and they said, "Morning Manna fam, is that you?" It's like, okay, great, wonderful. That's just kind of reassuring that we're out here. We're out here. But I said that to say we'll get out here even more if you share even right now. Next steps. Next steps. If you've been in a meeting before, gone through the whole meeting, or whatever the case may have been, and they always brought up next steps. Well, that's what we're talking about on this morning. What are the deliverables? What are the deliverables? The next steps. Let's greet some people and get into the word on this morning. Good morning, Ramona. How are you on this morning? Gerald, how are you on this morning? We got to schedule. We got to schedule this whole thing of you doing the whole video with the connection card. Good morning, Michael. How are you on this morning? Good to have you in the this morning. Linda, how are you on this morning? Ori, how are you? Fawn, how are you? Brenda is in the house on this morning. And how are you? Elder Mobley, how are you doing on this morning? You know what I need you all to do? I need you all to do. Make sure you get that connection card. That connection card is everything. It's everything. And we got to use that. Amen. Good morning, Deborah. How are you on this morning? Cynthia, how are you? Winnie, how are you? Verena is in the house. How are you? Elder Jan, how are you? Vaughn is here as well. Minister Yolanda is here. Denise is in the house. How are you doing? How are you doing? Jacqueline is here. Deborah Dorsey, how are you doing on this morning? Diane Shelton is in the house. Joelle is here all the way from Mississippi. Good morning to you all. This morning is all about next steps. It's all about next steps. Raise your hand if you know, been in a meeting, and they always say next steps. What are the deliverables? What are we going to do with the information that we have received? And that's what we're talking about. And I'm going to kind of tap into what we've been going on. We got some next steps going on. Good morning, Dawn. How are you this morning? Anna, how are you? Elder Jan, how are you on this morning? Dan the man is in the house. Said the teaching was on fire. Yes, free. Well, I've never heard before. Oh, bless God. Bless God. Sharing it with, hey, thank you. Thank you. Share that. Share that clip, not the clip rather, but the link to our YouTube channel. I'll get it out in a minute. Get it in a minute. Good morning, Vicky. How are you? Good morning, Brother Nesbitt. How you doing on this morning? What is Michael? What do you got to say here, Michael? Been justified. I'm free to walk in victory. No jeopardy of retrial. No parole. You right. Through Jesus, we've won. Absolutely. Live from the cross, not to the cross. Live from the cross. As a believer, we live from the cross, not to the cross. Yep. Yep. If you're not a believer, you're living to the cross. But if you are a believer, you're living from the cross. Yep. That's it. Good morning, Deborah. I've already said that before. I think Elder Mobley. Here we are. Elder Spencer is in the house as well. Yep. Yep, yep. Let me greet some more folk and then get into the word. Francine, how are you on this morning? Valerie, how are you? Rosetta, how are you on this morning? This morning, it's all about this next steps. You ever been in a meeting, a good meeting? And if it was a good meeting, they've always said next step. What are the deliverables? Everybody around this table, you got a deliverable that we've got to be ready for the next step. So we're going to get into that on this morning. You can be sure, and it's going to be good.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day.
Next steps. Here's the text, James 1:22. The NIV translation, follow along in the version of your choice. Do not merely listen to the word. Yeah. And so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Do what it says. Next steps. Here's the context of the text. James is addressing believers who are enjoying hearing the word, but were not applying the word. In the early church, many people gathered for teaching, but struggled with obedience. James reminds them that spiritual maturity is not measured by how much word we hear, but the next step of obedience that you take after hearing the word. Faith always demands movement. You had some takeaways last night. You got some next steps, as well as even in your life, whatever it is, you may not even been there. But the fact is, there are three things I want to help you grab a hold of just living out life itself. The first is revelation requires response. Revelation requires response. I'll say it again. Put it in the chat area. Put it in the chat area. God never gives revelation just for inspiration. Every word from God is an invitation to move. When God speaks, the question isn't, did that bless you? Ooh, that was good. Oh my God. The question is, what is your next step? What's your next step? Here's the second thing I want you to get. I want you to get this. Obedience opens opportunities. Obedience, put it in the chat. Obedience opens opportunities. Most people pray for the next level while ignoring the next step. The Red Sea didn't part when Moses prayed, it parted when Moses stretched out the rod. Exodus 14:16. Yeah, he says, hey, what we're going to do, God? God said, what's in your hand, homie? If you don't stretch that thing out, this is your next step. This is what you got to do. And he did, and it was. And that's what took place. Here's the third thing I want to get to you, and that is progress happens one step at a time. Progress happens one step at a time. God rarely shows the entire staircase. He doesn't. Psalms 119:105 says, his word is a lamp unto my feet, my steps. Not a stadium light of a whole highway. He's not amplifying the whole thing. He's not. He just isn't. Wouldn't it be nice? But he's not. He requires faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. And next steps requires faith. Next steps requires you to step out. Here it is. What's your takeaway this morning? Stop asking God for the whole plan and work the plan that you know. You got a revelation, start asking him for the whole plan. Just take the next step in the plan you know. The Lord be with you to make his face shine upon you and give you peace. Share the matter. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. God's got you. Just take the next steps. You got the deliverables. I'll see you tomorrow morning with the trailer for the word on Sunday. Share the matter. Don't keep it to yourself. Bye now.